Common mistakes to be avoided during the UPSC preparation. Let me complete the syllabus. This is the most popular myth among the students which ought to be avoided. The UPSC syllabus is vast, but only certain topics are frequently asked in the exam. If you'll observe the question papers, you'll find that whichever topics were in the news, only these topics will be asked in the examination. There is no scope to finish the syllabus completely. Moreover, you must start solving the previous year question papers as well as the test papers. With the consistency, your confidence will boost, your mistakes will reduce, and the most significant, you will be able to condition your brain in a certain way. You will be able to test your knowledge that will help to improve your weak fronts. You should not chase for the perfection, rather you must emphasize completion. There will be numerous bottlenecks, but don't worry about. With the consistency, they will disappear. Ignoring the test papers due to low score. When you will start solving the papers for the preliminary and the mains, in the beginning, you will be religiously following these tests. But as you will move further, the level of the test will start increasing. And with the increase, your score will start fluctuating or declining. That's where numerous students make mistakes. And due to disappointments, they give up practicing the test papers or solving the previous year question papers. But you should resist that temptation, because you must understand that we don't give these tests to score. Rather, the purpose of solving these tests is to train our mind in a certain way. Because more mistakes you will commit in the practice session, you can reduce them drastically. Irregularity in answer writing. Answers can decide your fate, whether you will be qualified or not. It is the only form of communication between you and the examiner. Whatever your knowledge and the understanding, that will be tested based on the answers that you have written in the paper, and hence you will have to pay the attention to the answer writing. If you are irregular in answer writing, you will not be able to write great answers. And if you want to avoid that situation, certainly you will have to be consistent with that. Now, it doesn't mean that from the very first day you need to just start writing the answer. Whatever you have studied, make sure that you are writing something about that, so that you can know what you can write, what you have understood from that concept, and how much you are able to retain. The answer writing is a skill, and it requires continuous nurturing and the timely improvements, and that will happen only through the practice. So pay the attention to the practice sessions. Not solving CSAT or taking CSAT granted. This is the most common mistake shooting up nowadays. The reason is not that students don't practice. The problem is that the candidates pay all their attention to the crucial subjects or the subjects from the general studies, but when it comes to solving the CSAT papers, they think that they will be able to manage passing criteria. As a result, they score very well in the general studies paper, but fail to get even 67 marks in the CSAT paper. It is really disappointing feeling when you are getting disqualified due to CSAT paper. Therefore, you need to be well aware about your CSAT preparation as well. Using multiple sources to prepare. The aspirant must avoid these situations. Rather than piling up notes, study materials, you must focus on smart work. There are so many material sources available in the market. They create more confusion and dilemma in the mind of students, and you will have to avoid that trap. You can refer maximum 2 sources, especially in the cases where you are facing challenges to understand the concepts. It is always best way to keep yourself limited to single source and revise that source as often as possible. Additionally, you can also use active learning methods such as writing whatever you have understood after reading particular topic, solving the previous year question papers, explaining the concepts that you have learned to your friends, teaching someone, or writing on board or paper. In the passive learning, you will not get much benefit, but in the active learning, certainly you will get much more benefits. Not clearing the doubts. Whenever you will be having the confusions about the concepts or the topics, write it down so that you can clear it afterward. Allot some of your time for doubt clearing sessions, because conceptual clarity reduces your time and efforts. Spending more time in unnecessary notes making. The purpose of notes is to reduce your time and efforts. The motive of the notes making is simplify and make your data easy to use. But sometimes students make lengthy notes or become over-conscious about notes making process. As a result, they fail to manage their notes. Notes making is an art, and with the multiple sessions, you will be able to make the notes. Moreover, you need to also not spend much more time in your just notes making. Just keep them as short as possible, as easy as possible, so that you can quickly use them, revise them whenever you will be needing them.